What's up everybody, Tony here, and welcome to another episode of Super Saiyan Review Super Saiyan. I'm gonna apologize in advance if I sound a bit sluggish because I've been playing Dragon Ball FighterZ for about 10 hours straight prior to recording this. That game is pretty good. Review coming soon. Anyways, let's not forget about Dragon Ball Super because big things are happening here as we wind down the Tournament of Power. Today, we're looking at episode 125 of Super, titled Majestic, Advent of the God of Destruction Toppo. Let's get right into that episode recap. We open with Goku and Vegeta continuing their fight against Jiren. Vegeta tries a final flash while Goku holds Jiren back, but Jiren deflects it with his eyes. I hope the Dragon Ball FighterZ devs are taking notes here. Meanwhile, Toppo is chasing down 17, and the two seem evenly matched. 17 notices that there's 6 minutes left in the tournament, so he intends to spam Ki Blast at Toppo until the time expires since he has infinite stamina. He's laming him out. Classic. That's a classic strategy. But Toppo is too smart for that and manages to get free. They begin having a beam struggle, and just as Toppo begins to take the lead, Frieza starts shooting him from behind. That is the numbers game right there. Frieza is amazing here with his trash talk as usual. Definitely the MVP of the tournament when it comes to trash talk. Frieza shoots a massive blast from behind, which allows 17 to engulf Toppo with his blast. He emerges from the blast badly damaged, and Frieza is right there to kick him while he's down, telling him trash belongs in the trash bin. This is when Toppo gets up and takes off his damaged clothing. He's powering up, and the gods on the sideline can immediately tell that this is no normal power-up. He has God Ki. The God of Destruction Toppo is born, and holy shit does he look cool. He has a tattoo on his chest, and he's ridiculously swole, so now he's basically Brock Lesnar. Of course, Frieza laughs it off. He tests him with a couple of Ki Blasts, but they're not effective. The Kais on the sideline explain that Toppo has been a candidate for the Universe 7 God of Destruction, and now he's finally given up on justice and is going to show off his Hakai power. Frieza is not intimidated at all. This God of Destruction crap is nothing compared to Golden Frieza. Toppo shoots a Hakai Ki Blast at Frieza, but once again, Frieza really isn't worried because he already stopped an attack like this in the past back when Beerus shot one at him. Predictably, he gets cocky and decides he could stop it with one hand. Not quite, Frieza. So he uses 2 hands. That's not working either. It's a crazy powerful attack. Frieza can't stop it. I feel like I remember this from somewhere. The attack is so massive that it completely splits the entire Tournament of Power stage in half. Now Toppo sets his sights on 17. His green shield was able to hold off Toppo's attacks before, but now that he's powered up, the shield quickly cracks. 17 shoots some Ki Blast at Toppo, but is unable to damage him in any way. With Hakai, Toppo seems unstoppable. But 17 figures there has to be some way to inflict damage on this guy. Just before Toppo could finish off a clearly flustered 17, his blast is deflected. A badly injured Frieza, no longer in his golden form, emerges. Frieza hits him with that "I'm gonna destroy Namek" Ki Blast, and the animation suddenly picks up like crazy here. Holy shit, this all looked so awesome. Toppo stops Frieza's Ki Blast by flicking a coin-sized Ki Blast of his own. Like literally, it was the size of a coin and it was so sick. Now, Toppo starts to squish Frieza's head and it's crazy. This is all crazy. He is getting tortured. Toppo kicks him out of the tournament, but 17 manages to chuck a rock at Frieza with perfect timing. It deflects Frieza and just barely saves him from being eliminated. Now 17 turns his attention to Toppo. The episode ends on a super cliffhanger. Literally, like Frieza is about to fall off a cliff. But also symbolically as it ends mid-Ki Blast between 17 and Toppo. 5 minutes to go in the Tournament of Power. Next episode preview focuses mainly on Vegeta taking on Toppo. That is a big time matchup right there, and it was bound to happen sooner or later, so it makes sense that we're seeing it now. Alrighty, let's get into some overall thoughts on this episode. So overall, I think this was a solid episode of Super, and to me, it was totally carried by Frieza and Toppo. Frieza's trash talk the entire episode was just so cocky, and like always, Ryusei Nakao was just on point with his delivery. I love how Frieza just fancies himself a god when he goes into his golden form. He's legitimately not afraid of anyone because he's so damn arrogant. Even when Toppo comes out and has clearly taken it to the next level here, Frieza just continues to talk trash. He even promises to block Toppo's Hakai with one hand. Like, I love it. Both characters came off like total badasses this episode until Frieza just started to get bodied by Toppo. But even then, Frieza reacts to the beatdown and being outclassed exactly like I'd expect him to. So honestly, I gotta give props to the Super Team here for having a really solid understanding of the character. Like, they nailed it with this episode. But like I said, Toppo really stood out here. I think the character has earned his stripes. So him getting a new form or a new design or god key or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, it just felt like a big deal, which is cool. The design is crazy, and I mean that in a good way. He's just a big buff bastard now. I feel like the shirtless buff guy look always works, especially if you have a luscious mustache like Toppo does. The final 5 minutes of this episode got absolutely crazy from top to bottom. Like, it just got super violent and super well animated all at once. My jaw actually dropped watching it because I really didn't see it coming. Toppo just beat the shit out of Frieza, squishing his head like a grape, talking trash, and this is exactly what I want to see when someone gets a new form like that. They need the focus, and they need to show why the transformation is a big deal. Like, they need to show why I should care that this character looks different all of a sudden. It was kind of the polar opposite with Vegeta's new blue form. He got it a couple of episodes ago, and it still doesn't feel that special because he hasn't really done anything cool with it. But they nailed it here with Toppo though. Not only destroying 17, but absolutely torturing Frieza. That's what I'd expect from someone who is completely desperate. Toppo basically said, screw it, forget justice, I have a universe to save, and kicks into this new Hakai, God of Destruction power. He still doesn't have much experience with it, he doesn't really know how to control it yet, so he's just going wild and all out. It's twisted and violent, and exactly how I'd imagine a newly born God of Destruction would begin his life. Like, he could barely control the urge to destroy. Other than that, I don't think there's too much more to say about this episode. I'm surprised that both Frieza and 17 survived. I thought Toppo would just finish them both in this episode, but it looks like they're gonna stick around for at least one more episode. I still expect Toppo to be the one to send both of them out, and based on the next episode preview, I do expect him to do so early next episode and then move on to Vegeta. However, 17 did save Frieza for a reason, so is there a chance that Frieza sticks around a little longer and maybe has another trick up his sleeve? It would be amazing, but I kinda doubt it. But really, who knows? So overall, I'm giving this a solid 3 out of 5. Frieza kicked ass, Toppo was awesome, and just like that, it's been 2 episodes in a row without a focus on Goku. This is perfect because we all know the focus is going to be on him for these final couple of episodes when he takes on Jiren. So staying away from him now is the right way to go, and it will maximize the impact when that big final fight begins with him as Ultra Instinct Goku. It's great stuff all around, and I'm really looking forward to these final couple of episodes. And that's about it for today. Another solid episode of Super as we wind down to the end of the series. Dragon Ball FighterZ is finally here, and I'm gonna go play some more of it right now. Coverage for the game has already begun on my channel, and there's still a lot more to come, including a full review on the game. I'll give you a hint, it's really good. Also, DB Daily Volume 1 has come to an end, so go check out all of the top 25 moments in Dragon Ball history right now on my channel. If you're enjoying all these videos about Japanese cartoon characters with weird hair, please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And meet me here next week at this very same time for a review of Super Episode 126 titled, Surpass Even a God, Vegeta's Life-Risking Blow. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and take care.